Hello, and welcome to the ACCA Quality Assured Program. This is Session 2 of the RSI Contractor Orientation. We will be reviewing the quality installation job process for the Residential Service Installation Program. Specifically, in this session, we will review 3 items. First, we will discuss the ACCA QI mobile app. Second, we will walk through the process to submit an HVAC system installation or project to ACCA. And third, we will discuss how to earn an ENERGY STAR verified HVAC installation certificate and the RSI certificate. As we saw from the previous session, the development of this program is based on a methodical, systematic journey to provide quality HVAC system installations in existing houses. We also saw that there are 2 main portions of the RSI contractor accreditation: to accredit contractors and evaluate specific HVAC system installations. Speaking of quality, how do you know when what you have is quality? How do you know if you've got it? Is it like guessing that you bought a ripe melon at the grocery store? I still don't know how to do that. Is this melon green, or is it ripe? Is it mushy, or is it firm? Or is it bland, or is it sweet? So when it comes to the installation of HVAC systems, how do you know if it is performing as it should? This is a good-looking system, but how do you know if the airflow is correct, or the combustion process is on rate, or the refrigerant charge, or the compressor amperage? Well, it's virtually impossible for your customers to know, unless and until the system causes significant comfort, energy waste, or other problems. But it can also be difficult for professionals too. This problem of seeing and managing quality is not unique to our industry. A friend recommended this book, The Checklist Manifesto. I recommend it too. It's written by a surgeon, and there is a surgical checklist posted there. But he told an interesting story about an airplane company competing for a government contract at the beginning of World War II. The airplane company had the best plane and was sure to win. Their plane was faster, stronger, and better than anyone else's. They were participating in a flying demonstration to the Army, as a mere formality before signing the big contract. But during the flying demonstration, the plane took off, flew a few hundred feet, and then crashed to the earth. Flying used to be relatively simple, no more complicated than driving a car. But with this plane, the pilot had so many more controls to adjust and gauges to monitor, he lost control of the plane and lost his life. Was that pilot error, or the fault of the airplane company for making airplanes too complex? Or was it a problem with the process, a way to manage complexity to maintain quality results? Flying, medicine, heating, and air business, all growing in complexity. That complexity is a good thing. Technology is added to the overall quality of the goods and services available, but that complexity must be managed. So, ACCA, knowing the value of QI, created a checklist for an HVAC quality installation. This is the checklist that is in the QI VP9 standard. Yeah, checklists. Who loves checklists? Well, they're not all bad. Have you written down a list of chores you want to knock out over the weekend, and you check them off and actually finish them? That feels pretty good. Have you ever pondered what the next step is, and then remembered you have it written down? Following a step-by-step process can take that anxiety away and help you knock out a bunch of items quickly. And have you left a job and realized you had forgotten a critical step? That's not so good either. But there are some very annoying things about them too. Have you had to shuffle around a bunch of papers to find the right page? Or had to write a complete address in a space that is a 1/4 inch wide? Or had to read a checklist written in chicken scratch? I can't even read my own writing, much less someone else's on a checklist that has coffee spilled on it. Okay, so nobody really loves checklists. The author of the book has a love-hate relationship at best. But what if they were a bit more palatable? What if you could fill out a digital record on a device that you already carry around with you? A device you use every day. ACCA developed the QI mobile app, a digital record of the checklist's information in your pocket, easily accessible, and easy to use. Consider it your personal digital assistant installation manager. The app is available from Apple iTunes, Google Play Store, and can be used on any desktop that has internet access in a web browser. It can document aspects of your installation anytime, anywhere, and if you are in an area with no internet connectivity, no problem. The system will synchronize its data as soon as you do reconnect. The app collects information based on the checklists in the ACCA 9 QI verification protocols related to the design of the HVAC system and aspects of the installation. It's a digital record for your use and review, and for your archives. The information related to an installation can be viewed on the mobile app, or it could be downloaded and stored on a spreadsheet. You can print out a copy of the checklist with values you entered for a paper trail, or to be left at the unit for future reference. Upon completion, if the design and installation measurements meet the ACCA 5 QI standard and ENERGY STAR efficiency requirements, you can also print out a certificate for your customer. There are additional benefits as well. The app supports multiple users. This allows you to track records for individual installers or technicians. There is a lot of feedback for managers. What stage is the project in? Has it recently been logged into? Is it through the design stage? Or is it with the installer startup technician? Or has the project been finished? There is also automatic feedback to inform you when measurements are out of tolerance. Not always a bad thing, but something which may need attention. And, based on the automatic feedback, managers can identify team members that are successful and those that may benefit from additional training or supervision. It's easily used. Almost everybody has a smartphone or a tablet. Now you can use that to collect information about the system installation. And the app will review and confirm that your installation meets the requirements for an ENERGY STAR certificate. Or, if your customer wants standard efficiency equipment, then the job can still be eligible for an ACCA RSI certificate. The app also provides a feedback report. The project review screen flags certain issues for a user to review before the project is submitted for approval. This may help identify a warranty issue or a callback that you can nip in the bud before it becomes a warranty claim or an angry phone call from the customer. It could also help identify a recommended corrective action. For example, abnormally high external static pressure can indicate poor airflow leading to higher energy usage, decreased comfort, and other problems. This informs the manager that those renovations need to be proposed. Or perhaps they were already part of the original proposal and the customer chose not to invest in the duct renovations. Well, this gives you a second opportunity to make that wise investment based on post-installation field measurements. And best of all, there's nothing else you need. Your phone and contractor accreditation are all that is required to use the ACCA QI mobile app. It is a flexible solution regardless of which tools your installers use. There is much more about the mobile app on our website. Visit acca.org/QA/resources for videos, instructions, and other helpful information. So that is a brief introduction about the app. Next, we'll discuss the project's mission process and the certificates that can be earned. To be clear, the app can be used to create digital records and ease your business's operations. For a basic digital record, there are no minimum requirements to be met and no process to follow. However, if you want to submit a project for a certificate from ENERGY STAR or ACCA, then this segment will look at the process to submit a project for a certificate, beginning with your part of the process. The first step is to do the things you normally would. Estimate the heat loss and heat gain using Manual J, select the equipment to be installed, and ensure its capacity complies with Manual S tolerances, and, if necessary, design duct renovations that need to be performed using Manual D to size the ducts. Then, install the system per the design. At each stage of the design and installation process, use the mobile app's smart features to help your designers and installers do their job more quickly and accurately. As you saw in the preceding section, the mobile app is not just a checklist, and it's not just a glorified job submission tool. It can provide feedback to your designers and installers when they are doing their work, so they can detect issues and potential problems during the design and installation process before they become real problems after the installation is complete. When you have selected a job for submission to receive a certificate, your project designers may have to attach supporting documentation. This supporting documentation is actually required on the very first job submitted to the program. After that, it only has to be provided upon request. Let's look more closely at these items. First, attach the design conditions normally contained on Manual J's Worksheet A. This is the information contained on Table 1 in Manual J, including the outdoor design temperatures, relative humidity, and elevation, among other information specific for your city. Additionally, attach the summary heat gain and heat loss estimates for the home by component type. This is information normally found in the J1 form. Most software vendors that offer ACCA-approved Manual J calculations have reports that contain this information either in the format shown or a slightly different format. The reports in different formats are acceptable. Additionally, for air conditioners and heat pumps, please submit the manufacturer's expanded cooling performance data for the selected equipment. For all forced air systems, the blower table for the furnace or fan coil or package unit must also be submitted. For technicians, the app includes key elements so important steps are not missed. The app also has skip logic, so technicians don't have to wade through items that are not applicable to the equipment they are installing. In addition, ACCA has provided helpful resources and instructions, so many of a technician's questions can be answered within the app itself. After the project is submitted on the app and supporting documentation is submitted as required, then ACCA begins its review process. All projects are reviewed by the mobile app. Additionally, projects will be selected at random to receive additional scrutiny to confirm minimum requirements are being met. If a project is reviewed and does not pass, then additional documentation or photographic evidence may be requested for review. Upon receipt and review, if the project does not pass, then it must be corrected or no certificate will be issued. A fee may be imposed for projects that require intensive review. Additionally, subsequent projects will receive added scrutiny until competence is consistently demonstrated. After the project is submitted and reviewed, the contractor will be issued the appropriate certificate. The mobile app also has a feature that will allow the certificate to be shared with customers when the project has been approved. So, that's a high-level overview of the process. Now, let's discuss the third and last part in today's session, the RSI and ESVI certificates. As mentioned previously, there is an opportunity to issue an ENERGY STAR verified HVAC installation certificate, as well as ACCA's RSI certificate. The requirements for issuing both certificates are very similar. There are only two key differences. First, for an RSI accredited contractor to request an ESVI certificate, they must have signed an online logo use agreement with EPA. This process only takes a couple minutes and will be discussed in another session. Second, for a specific installation to be eligible for the ESVI certificate, the installed equipment must be ENERGY STAR. ENERGY STAR requires that the installed equipment meet the efficiency levels listed here. More information on minimum equipment levels can be found at ENERGY STAR's website. Also, keep in mind that a manufacturer's claim that a piece of equipment has met these efficiency levels is not sufficient. In order to earn the ENERGY STAR, the equipment will have gone through the third-party certification process. So check with your distributor and/or the AHRI directory to ensure that your design system qualifies as earning the ENERGY STAR. If it is, then it is also eligible to earn the ESVI certificate. Please visit acca.org/QA for a free PDF download of the RSI Contractor Requirements document to review other requirements associated with the RSI accreditation at your convenience. So this has been a review of the mobile app, the project submission process, and the types of certificates that can be awarded when installations meet program requirements. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can call, write, or visit our website for more information. Thank you.